Spelunky is a game that is widely regarded as having one of the craziest secrets in video game history, where you follow a long and convoluted series of steps to make your way into hell and kill King Yama himself. Spelunky 2 is no different, following an even longer and more cryptic series of steps to make your way into a mysterious area known as the Cosmic Ocean. At the time of filming this video, no one has beaten the Cosmic Ocean, and the leading theory seems to be that it cannot be beaten. If you're interested in checking this area out for yourself and having your name listed among the world's Spelunky elites, I'm here to tell you how to get there. If you find this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe and maybe leave a comment, because it really does help us out a lot. In the interest of time, I won't be going into details about how to get around some of the enemies and traps that you'll encounter along the way, but rather just focusing on the steps to get to the Cosmic Ocean. If you're interested in seeing how we got around some of these obstacles, we'll be uploading our best run here in the next day or two following this video, where we made it just shy of getting to the ocean itself. In the first area of the game, now known as the Dwelling, you'll be hunting for a golden key, much like in the first Spelunky game. The key can spawn anywhere on the second or third level of the Dwelling, and the chest will always spawn on the same level. The difference here from the first game is that the chest will now always spawn inside of one of these new cavernous sub-areas. Once you've opened the chest and obtained the Duat eye, continue on to the fourth level, where you will be presented with your first choice. Regardless of which path you choose to take here, make sure to stop and enter the Moon Challenge when you come across it to obtain the Ho-Yi bow. Be sure not to lose it, as it will be crucial later on. If you exit 1-4 through the bottom left of the stage, you will be taken into the jungle, where the next step remains largely the same as Spelunky HD. On one of the first 3 levels, you will be searching for the hidden entrance to the Black Market. When you're near the entrance to the Black Market, your Duat eye will begin blinking, and it will blink faster as the entrance to the Black Market gets closer. In the Black Market, you'll want to buy or steal the head jet as opposed to the Ankh from the first game. If you choose to leave the Dwelling through the bottom right exit of 1-4, you will be taken to the new Volcana area instead. Near the top of one of the Volcana stages, you will see a gigantic purple drill. Place the Duat eye in the panel next to the drill and stand back as it activates and drills a chasm to beneath the stage. Drop down to the bottom of this chasm, avoiding any lava on the way, and you'll see a door inside of a red brick building leading to Vlad's castle. Enter the castle, climb to the top, kill or evade Vlad, steal the crown, and exit the way you came in. From here, you can proceed on to the next area. Both second world areas lead you to the same third area, Olmec's lair. Your first goal here is to find Waddler and drop off your Ho-Yi bow. If you run straight to the right, you'll come to a ladder. Waddler's cave can typically be found by bombing straight down underneath this ladder. Olmec won't pursue you if he is too far off screen, so you shouldn't have to worry just yet. Talk to Waddler and drop off your bow with him, and return to the main chamber. From here, your goal is to get Olmec through the floor down into the next layer. You can do this by bombing the floor and having Olmec chase you, or by having Olmec smash a hole in the floor so that you are both able to drop down. From the second layer, Olmec will begin flying around the stage, launching bombs at you. Again, your goal is to get him through the floor down to the third layer, but first, you'll need to destroy the thrusters on the bottom of his body. If you have the sticky bombs at this point, this is the easiest method to do so. Some players have had luck getting on top of Olmec and riding him around until he eventually destroys his thrusters with his own bombs. After Olmec has destroyed most of the floor below you, destroy his thrusters, and Olmec will drop down and return to his previous stage, where he attempts to bounce around and crush you. Once on this third layer, you'll need to break through the floor one last time. Trick Olmec into dropping into the lava below the third layer, hop onto his head, and ride him down until you're able to enter one of the many doors in the wall. Once inside of this secret cave, you'll be able to climb to the top, collect the Ankh, and exit the door in the top right to return to the top of Olmec's main chamber. At this point, you'll be presented with your second choice. At the far right of Olmec's lair, there will be doors on both the second and third layer of this chamber. The lower of the 2 doors will take you to the temple. We'll start here since it's the area that Spelunky HD players will likely be more familiar with. In the first level of the temple, much like in the first game, you'll be hunting for Anubis. Kill him, take his scepter, and move on to the second level. Once there, you'll be searching for a golden locked door. If you have the scepter and either the crown or the head jet from the second world, you will be able to enter, which will take you to the City of Gold. Near the bottom of the City of Gold, you will find an altar to Kali. Your goal here is to drop down to the altar from above, such that you die on top of the altar. If you've collected the Ankh at this point, and you've done this correctly, you will respawn and move on to a secret area known as Duat. In Duat, your goal is to climb to the top, defeat Anubis II, defeat Osiris, and receive the Tablet of Destiny. Be careful though, as ropes don't work in Duat, and periodically a large snake named Apep will charge through the sides of the level at you. If, however, you chose to leave Olmec's lair through the top door, you will be taken to a new area called the Tide Pools. On the second level of the Tide Pools, you will find a sword and a stone, Excalibur, which you can pull as long as you are wearing either the crown or the head jet. Take the sword to the third level and place it somewhere safe. Somewhere near the top of the stage, there will be a door that leads you down underneath the level, where you will see lava overhead and an idol on a platform. Take the idol and let the lava fall and kill you. If you took the Ankh from Olmec's lair, you will respawn at the top of the level, where you can then grab Excalibur, return to the bottom of the level, and exit through the new door that is now open. This will take you to a secret level called Abzu. In Abzu, you'll find a mini-boss called Kingu climbing the wall. With the Excalibur in hand, hop on the platform on his back and hit his shell until he drops the Tablet of Destiny. Although Kingu won't attack you directly, be careful as he will persistently spawn enemies to try to kill you. Upon finishing either the temple or the tide pools, you'll have the Tablet of Destiny and you'll be taken to the ice caves. There isn't much to do here, but if you do happen to notice a giant Moai head with an altar near it, you can sacrifice an eggplant to get a new NPC called the Eggplant Child. I'll tell you what to do with the Eggplant Child later on, but as of right now, we don't think he has anything to do with the Cosmic Ocean. Proceed to the bottom of the ice caves and exit into Neo-Babylon. In the second level of Neo-Babylon, you're looking for a door which will take you into a room full of little Ushabti funerary dolls. If you look at your journal entry for the Tablet of Destiny, it will give you a cryptic description of which doll you need to take. This description will be unique for each run, but will typically contain a color, a size, and a description of a sign that will be printed on the doll's lower half. Find the doll it describes and take it to the third level. On the third level, if you acquired the correct doll, it will hatch into a mount called Keelan. Make your way to the end of the level, making sure to keep Keelan alive. On the fourth level, you'll encounter the game's boss, Tiamat. Using Keelan, fly up above Tiamat to the ceiling, where you will see a hole protected by timed lightning traps. Fly through this hole to the very top of the chamber, dodging the lightning traps carefully along the way. You'll find an exit at the very top, where you'll climb into an Olmec-shaped spaceship and fly off to the Sunken City. Things start to get pretty weird in World 7. There are a lot of frogs here, the water flows upwards towards the ceiling, and the bubble blocks here will squish you if you're standing on one when it reappears. In the first level, you will be looking for a cave to enter, where you will find your old friend Waddler. He'll have your Hao Yi bow from earlier, so grab it and head out. On the same stage, you may notice a statue of a woman with a red door and the face of Yama next to it. If you happen to have the Eggplant Child with you, place the Eggplant Child on the statue of the woman, and the door should open. This will take you to a secret world called the Eggplant World, where you will be able to get an item called the Eggplant Crown, which replaces your whip with a permanent projectile weapon, along with some eggplant jelly, which will give you roughly 80 or 90 health. This is a fun little Easter egg, but again, as of right now, we aren't sure that this has anything to do with the Cosmic Ocean itself. Our next objective is the Sun Challenge, which can appear on any of the first 3 levels of the Sunken City. The entrance will look very much like the Lunar Challenge in World 2, so it's hard to miss. Place your bow somewhere safe, pay the 50,000 gold entry fee, and survive the gauntlet until the time is up. At the end, you will be rewarded with an arrow. Put the bow and the arrow together and take it with you to level 4. Here you will face the final boss of the game, Hundun. He will chase you up from the bottom of the level, so quickly make your way up into the large chamber. It is recommended not to use the bow and arrow against the boss, and instead place them somewhere safe near the top of the map. From here, use sticky bombs or a method of your choosing to dispatch Hundun. You will have to kill each head individually, and they fire long-range projectiles at you, so stay on your toes. Once both heads are destroyed, Hundun will fall down, and a large eye will open on his chest, watching you as you climb around the chamber. Get your bow and arrow, and fire one shot into this big eyeball. Congratulations, you've made it to the Cosmic Ocean. Each stage of the Cosmic Ocean takes the appearance of an earlier area of the game, picking between dwelling, jungle, volcano, tide pools, and so on, seemingly at random. To progress through these stages, you'll need to locate the giant cosmic jelly. He will kill you in one hit, so be careful around him. Work your way around the stage and pop the small bubbles you'll see floating around. If you have a cape or a jetpack, this should be a little bit easier, as if you fall off the bottom of the stage, the level will wrap around and you will reappear at the top. The same goes for left and right. If you leave the map, you will reappear on the other side. After popping around 3 of these bubbles, the cosmic jelly will begin chasing you, moving away from the exit and allowing you to pass through. So what lies beyond the cosmic ocean? No one knows. At the time of filming this video, streamer Noctodo holds the world record for the furthest progression, reaching level 7-34. The leading theory is that this area loops forever, but it may be possible that we're still missing some large secret to get to a third and final ending. Only time will tell. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to like and subscribe, and leave us a note down in the comments letting us know. This is our first tutorial video of this type, and if you guys like it enough, we may be tempted to come back and do some more. But in the meantime, thanks for watching.